Disturbing scene in Prince William County home this morning. Police tell us a woman stabbed her family to death in Woodbridge just after 8. One of the victims was just 2 years old. Our Felicia Ashley went down to the scene shortly after the discovery. She brings us the latest.
What's on the inside of this house has left some Prince William officers shaken. The only word one officer could get out to describe it is horrific. Just after 8 a.m. Saturday, Prince William police say a 35-year-old woman killed her mother-in-law, husband, and a 2-year-old son, then turned the knife on herself.
Well, since I've been here 20-some years, I've never seen anything like this happen.
The fact that it was all knife wounds, it's kind of even more disturbing. No condition would have warranted it, but it's pretty horrific inside.
Police say the father-in-law is the only family member who survived. He was in the basement during the killings. He found his 4 family members stabbed to death upstairs. Do you mind me asking, do you have children?
I have 3.
To hear that a mother holding her child, 2 years old, stabbed the baby.
I couldn't imagine that. I mean, what could, if somebody could have been there to save him, save. It's a child, for God's sake.
I mean, any sort of crime scene like this is going to be traumatic, and it was a tough call when I got it this morning to know that, especially it's just someone so young.
One neighbor, Josh, says he knew the family through casual daily waves. When you heard what happened?
Being prior military, I'm used to things of that nature, but when it involves a child, and me and my wife are going through IVF and a 2-year-old, oh my gosh, wish she could have gotten some help or something, but to take away something, a gift like that in your own life and your partner's life is just super tragic.
Police say they're looking into whether any mental health issues were involved. They say they don't believe they've ever been to this home in the past for any prior issues.
Man, this one is crazy, as they were just describing in the clip. A mother, killed her child, her toddler, herself, her mother-in-law, and her husband, all by stab wounds with a knife. The father-in-law survived because he was downstairs, and had he been upstairs and present, he may have lost his life as well. And they're bringing into question mental health, which is one of the first things everyone thinks of when these type of things happen. But sometimes, and it may be a little bit deeper than that. It's no telling what type of disagreement the family was having. That's the main question I always have in these type of situations. But this is very, very unfortunate. And as they were just saying, it's just very strange for like a mother to be able to do something like that to their child, especially a child that's so young and so innocent, and definitely not able to defend themselves, and looking at their mother as like a nurturer, someone that they really depend on. But again, it's no telling what was going on within this family dynamic. As they were interviewing a neighbor, it's crazy to put into perspective, because the one guy was saying that him and his wife are going through IVF treatment, so they're having trouble having children, and then you have a situation to where people who are able to have children, who are able to have that blessing, they do stuff like this. But not too much information was released on this whole thing, so I'm sure they'll be interviewing the father-in-law and trying to get as much information as possible. And this happened in it looks like Prince William County in Virginia. So let me see here. Prince William County looks like a pretty good neighborhood too. Let's see if I can find any more information here. Let's see. So I'm guessing by the names of these, the people that we know, the presumed suspect, 35-year-old Z Lu, and the victims as her husband, 40-year-old um Jezong Zhao, 69-year-old mother-in-law, and the 2-year-old son. So I'm just assuming just by the names here, and of course they're hard to pronounce for myself, but they definitely seem to be of Asian descent. Um, and all died of knife wounds. That was reported by the police, and the four were discovered by an elderly man who lives in the basement, who is believed to be the child's grandfather. And of course, as I said, the detectives are going to be interviewing him, just trying to understand the family dynamic, especially since he's the only one that was able to survive what happened there. Um, but yeah, very, very tragic. Basically, people that was interviewed said, this is a good neighborhood, never seen any fights or any domestic fights or anything around there. So, you know, even in good neighborhoods, things like this can happen. And it's just like before, people go out on a limb and do things like this. They may want to try to seek some type of help for themselves, or whatever issue they were, or disagreement that they were dealing with, because this should never be the answer. There was also another family stabbing that I'll do another interview. I'm sorry, another reaction about, but yeah, just wanted to bring this one here to light. And this is one of those situations to where they may not do another news clipping about it, but just trying to highlight the fact that you know there there's it doesn't really matter what ethnic background that you're from. These type of things can happen. And if you're having issues, especially family issues, man, it's best to try to talk it out and just try to figure it out. But this violence and you know crimes of passion should never be the answer. you know if they release more news off this news channel, I'll definitely come back and try to do a reaction to it. But just trying to highlight, there's violence everywhere. It's not just one particular community. You may see a particular type of person more often, but this type of stuff can happen in you know any community, no matter whether it's a good community, quiet community, or one where violence is occurring every day. But I'm gonna go ahead and close out this vid. If you like my content, just make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Put in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. If you're from that area, I would love to get some perspective. And yeah, this is Justin Paul. Peace.